All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and today we are going to be looking at AFK Monster. It is actually a really fun game for some reason. The monsters are really dumb. There is a bit of a slow burn on this game, so this is not a game that you should expect to have instant gratification unless you are spending money on it. But there is a lot to do. There's a lot of things that you can. It's basically a tower defense game, but still kind of fun. All right, so basically what how it works is you get heroes, you build them up, you get monsters, you build them up, you get towers, you build them up. Starting to see a starting to see a pattern there. So basically, we click this, collect our stuff. I don't know how much we're actually going to get from that. All right. So funny enough, I logged in on this for the first time because I was on my tablet for a little bit, and apparently, when we logged into this, it actually gave me a full update here for my gold. So that gave me a lot of gold to be able to use on my heroes. So let's take a look at all the heroes that we've gotten so far. They're all going to be different versions. You've got Rangers, say, so range, everyone's got a different class. You've got Barbarians, you've got more Rangers. Let's see who else we got. We got Assassins, I believe. No, Rogue. Sorry, we want to make sure we say it correctly. Then you've got Mages, and then I think there's also Knights. So we got to find one who's actually a knight. I think this guy's a knight. Yeah, sword. So then you've got knights. So yeah, it's just essentially warriors would be more like your tanky kind of heroes. Barbarians are kind of in that same realm. And yes, he has little butterfly wings. Rangers are obviously range attackers. Mages can be anything from healers to summoners to all kinds of stuff. We've got everyone's going to be getting Raven. So and everyone's going to be getting Bronto. Those two are basically for everyone. And then you've got some other heroes that more than likely you'll get, but Dragon Queen's pretty cool. You've got Vixen, who's a really interesting fire ranger. I actually do like her. Sven, I actually like him, but a little bit weak, kind of dies quickly, but still kind of good in the same way. We've also only got him to 1 star, so there's that. You've got Devil Girl, which I believe everyone gets from playing. Lara, which I think everyone gets from playing in the beginning. We've got this guy, Shadow Ninja. We just got recently the 2 star, kind of a cool hero. He's an assassin. He runs up and hides under the ground and then pops up and kills you. You've got Cursed Warrior. We've got Nature Blender. This guy we just got, Makarana, Makra, whatever. I don't even know how to say it. Big Croc Man. You've got Niobe, who's a healer. We've got Corrupt Angel, who's an attacker, kind of cool. You've got Swamp Elf. I've never used him. Fire Mage, we just got. I believe everyone gets Deus right in the beginning, so you'll get him definitely. He's all right. He dies pretty quickly. Undead Samurai, pretty cool, tanky kind of attacker hero. I actually do enjoy him. You've got Baron. We've got Tiburon, who actually can heal himself in his skills, which is kind of cool. You've got Siofra. Yeah, I'm gonna say these all wrong. Necro, who looks pretty badass. Joker. And then this guy who's pretty cool, Graveyard Keeper we just got, and he can summon like dead skeletons and stuff. There's some new heroes we haven't gotten yet. These are all the ones that we haven't received yet. There's a decent amount of heroes. This guy's pretty cool, Lost Pirate. There's Ghost Rider basically. We got the Kraken, which I think everyone gets for logging in for 7 days, so we will get him eventually. Elwood is actually a really good tank. He summons a bunch of little versions of himself. Really annoying to fight, and I hate him when you fight him, but he's awesome if he's on your team. Ella, we've got Killer Mantis. Look at all these guys. There's just a bunch of different heroes. Olivera, yeah, that's weird. I really like her. I want to get her. Gorath, we've got Lennox, who's pretty badass, and then you've got Zav. So these are all like your high-end heroes down here. But you're basically everyone's going to get most of the heroes. The problem is getting the stars to upgrade them. You need a lot of pieces. Like just to get to 4-star, we need 150. In order to get to 3-star, you need 50. So that's not terrible, but it does take a long time because it's very hard to get these pieces. So that's basically that. Now let's look at gear. So gear, it is a little harder to deal with. You can't use better gear until you upgrade your gear stats. On this account, we have yet to upgrade a tier on our gear. Yeah, you like that? I didn't mean to do that. So once you upgrade this, you can now use 2-star gear. So the problem is that these take really long time to get these pieces, and you still have to use them for talents, which is 10 pieces in the beginning for the first talent, and then it's going to jump to 50, and I'm assuming 100 and more and more and more eventually. So yeah, it does take a long time to get these skills. I mean, you've got stuff like, reducing attack, speed, scouting with a crow. We've got Arrow Storm gets stronger, so his skills get stronger, more HP, more base magic damage. So there's definitely a lot of stuff. You got unlocks up here where they gain new powers for their for their ultimates. And then you've got your skills, which you can choose where they go. You get points every time you star up. It has remained to be seen whether or not you can max this or not, or whether or not you can only choose one to max. I'm not honestly sure. I guess we'll find out. There are skins for certain heroes. So far, I've only seen the skin pieces, coins available from events. But yeah, events, I mean, gear, skills, talents, all that stuff. You can ascend them, and then also when you get basically when you do these talent upgrades, it gives you an extra star that turns purple. So we have done it on these two because these are the first two you get. They are common, but they are also 3 stars, so they're a lot stronger in the beginning. Whether or not that changes later on, who the hell knows? But I've noticed that every single hero gains a power point. So as you see how it says 22, that's your power without any levels. All right, so that's what this is, and that's what your power is going to be based off of in certain content. So just know that this is somewhat of an important number. All right, let's close this. Then you've got monsters, which are basically just spawning things that pop out from your towers and your base. They also get spells that you unlock as the game progresses. It's not something you're going to have right in the beginning. So like this one, upon spawning, the spell will stun nearby enemies. Pretty cool. I mean, it's all right. There's really nothing else. They do have talents as well, which you can awaken in in the future. We're not going to be doing that yet because we want to work on our heroes first. You can level them up just like regular heroes. You can reset level. Just remember that it's free in the beginning. I don't know when it changes, but eventually resetting level does cost gems. So be aware of that as you go forward. But the monsters are pretty cool. You've got like crabs, giant spiders. This thing is awesome. I didn't realize how cool this thing was until I leveled it up and used it. Light Spirit just runs around the battlefield and heals the crap out of your heroes. So yeah, very good monster. If you get him early, great. You got this guy, Elf, which everyone gets. This little dude. You've got this little water spout shooter. I like him. He's cute. I don't know what that is. A spider. Doesn't look like a spider. A fire hog. You've got this little miner guy who looks like a Fraggle. You've got this exploding, burning monster. We've got this little guy here. I don't know what the hell that is. You got a jellyfish. We want to probably build this guy because he looks like a tank, so I like him. We haven't unlocked him yet, so we can't look at the ones that we haven't unlocked yet. That's monsters. Then you've got towers, which are different types that you get 2 in the battle. Some of them do fighting. Some of them will, grant the monsters to spawn quicker. Ice towers, they basically freeze stuff. You got a money frog that gives you more money, and then a regular watchtower. So there's definitely different things you need depending on what you're doing. If you're trying to kill something strong, then it makes sense to obviously use something that will kill things fast. But this is your hive. So basically this increases your HP of your base. So see how our HP is 286. It also increases the top level of your team. So we're going to do that right now since we just got a bunch of gold. So now we're 15. So we can increase our level to 150, and our battle fortress there has 333,000 HP. You can ascend it with logs. All that comes from the hive, which is essentially a little area where you can collect, there you go, where you can collect resources and things of that nature. This is a little bit weird and a little bit slow. I like the concept of it. I just don't like how it's played out on this. It's a little bit slow and weird. It takes a very long time, and the problem is to upgrade things. Like, let's say I want to upgrade this. Actually, this is not a good example. If I want to upgrade these mushroom areas, all right? So we need 100 of these logs, but we also need 300 of these coins. Now, these coins only come from selling the logs. So essentially, you have to kind of sell off all your resources to get silver and then save up enough. So you're basically saving up twice. So it's kind of stupid. I'm not going to lie, but it's just a side thing. It eventually gives you better benefits. So it's not the end of the world. So you can sell them off. See how we have 18 total. So we can deliver that and we get 75 coins. This we have 8 of these. We'll deliver that. We're just going to deliver all this because we need the silver anyway to move forward on upgrading, because I think this is the next thing we want to upgrade. Yeah, upgrade to we need 300 coins there. There's also a quest log, which kind of tells you what to do. So we have to build a garden, which is probably the next step. So actually, we're not going to upgrade that first. We're going to go here. We're going to unlock that with 200 coins. And then we have to build this. So in order to build it, we need 360 coins, 10 of these, and 20 of these. So essentially, we'll just go and try to sell off whatever we have, which I don't think we have anything of note. Deliver. Yeah, we don't really have much. We're going to have to wait until it groups up again. We need 8 coins. And then we'll go and we'll build our garden and then start the whole process again. As you can see, there's plenty of rooms here, so this is going to be a process. There are scouting things, which I haven't figured out what it actually does. You can buy scouts by clicking this. I don't honestly know what this does. I've clicked this 100 times. You can upgrade it and get a stronger cave. I don't really know what they bring. I've never gotten a reward, at least that I've seen from them, so I'm not really sure. I'll be honest. All right, let's get out of there. You've got your AFK your AFK situation here where you can collect all this. There's a camp, which is dangerous. I would watch it because by using this and claiming this, it pushes you basically to the next boss. All right, so if you don't want to be fighting the boss and you want to just fight through some fights and get some goal before the boss and not have to wait for everything, this could be a good option for you to not use this. All right, so just be careful with this. In the beginning, you might want to use it just to get through some fights, but yeah, I don't really like this. And honestly, we could pull these guys out. Nah, no, we're gonna leave it the way it is. But yeah, that basically gets you crowns, and then when this hits the top with your crowns, you get a skull. So let's look at the actual battling. There you go. Let's see what the battles look like. You run in. All the monsters are on timers. When the timer hits a thing, then the monster comes out. See, these little bugs are healing my guy by 1500 HP every 0.5 seconds, so that's insane. And yeah, you just kick the crap out of all the monsters, and eventually, when you get the skull on that bar in the main area, you will get a boss. So you do one fight at a time. How many crowns you get towards that bar are based on skill and based on upgrades that you can do inside the town, which I'll show you in a second. I wanted to show you the actual fighting here. Yeah, I mean, this fat guy, man, he's a beast. He does not take any crap. He will just run around and punch everything. So you definitely will not miss out by leveling him up in the beginning. And the archer, same thing. Very strong hero for the early game. I haven't seen a place where that archer is not useful so far, especially when you're fighting boss dungeons. There you go. We win the battle. So what I was talking about is you get gold, you get crowns, see, which upgrade this, but then we get a plus there, and it goes like that, and then boom, we're at the boss because it's highlighted. All right. Now, hopefully this thing, yeah, there we go. We want that bag of money. So let's go into our army real quick. Let's upgrade for the next fight because I want to make sure that we're good to go. So we're going to get him to 50. So you just level him up. I always level these two first, regardless of how much I have, because I want those two to be the strongest, and then we'll upgrade these guys to 140 just because, and my ice dude, we'll get him to 140 as well. There you go. So now that we've got that done, let's close this. We're going to go into our monsters real quick, and we're going to get this guy leveled up. I want to start getting these guys to 80 because my monsters are very low right now. The spider is actually really good too. I like the spider. Everyone gets the spider, I believe. And we'll do the crabs. I don't even know if the crabs do anything, honestly. This guy's probably my favorite. We may consider switching over to this guy and bringing him in, because right now a lot of these guys are useless. He's good. The crabs are okay. They actually reflect damage, so they're interesting. We'll get him to 80. So these are all really good. These guys kind of suck, so maybe we'll bring one in. Maybe we'll start leveling this guy up because he's going to have a ton of HP, which is kind of what I want. We want somebody who can tank damage, so I think we're just going to kind of use some silver, some gold, sorry, and get him up as high as we can. I want to see the difference in HP once we get up there. Yeah, we'll get him to 70. All right, so that's 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so how much HP does this guy have? See, so 163, 42. Yeah, see, these guys have very low health. 40,000, 12,000. So they die in 3 seconds is really the problem. So having this guy on the team is probably our best bet. There, we've got 78. I'll take it. All right, so we're going to switch him in just because. So we're going to go to monsters. We've got this guy, this guy. These are all good. I forgot we even have him on the team. So we're going to take this one out, and we're going to put this guy in the front row. There, cool. We'll keep that. All right, let's fight the boss and see if we can beat it now that we've gained some levels. These guys are... No, this guy's really strong. I forgot. So Wukong is a kind of a jerk. He literally hits really hard over and over again super fast. Kind of a jerk. I remember we fought him last time, and when he goes in the air, you have to be able to use aerial attacks to hit him. Doesn't look like he's doing too much here, but you can lose your enemy, your heroes very quickly, very fast in this game, just from somebody doing something stupid. It looks like they're doing a pretty good job right now. Usually I will lose these fights when I first get to them, which is why I was saying it's better that you don't rush to get to the boss. Just do the fights to get to it. Even if it takes a long time, you're going to get a lot of gold for doing it, and it'll make it a little bit easier. And then every time you beat a boss, you get some rewards. Is my guy dead? No, he's still alive. Like my boss man over there. See, those healers are really helping us out right now because they're keeping my ranger alive, which is what's going to kill this guy faster. See those little healers? So, yeah, definitely good to keep your range guy alive. Ooh, we got more gold. Gold bag. And I think we got him. Hit him. There you go. Stupid Wukong. He's a jerk. And that's how you beat the area. And then you get experience towards your level. You get some other stuff, some gold, some stuff for your main area. And then you go to stage and you get a reward. So we got this bag stuff, which is used for equipment things. And then you get a summer pass over here, which has been going on. And we get some new rewards from that. This hasn't unlocked yet. So eventually you will get some gold. There's an item bag where you can hold a bunch of stuff. We actually have this, so we can use this, which is good. So we can get 11 million gold from that. And then this is for the hive as well. Unpack these. Oops, 1, 2. And now we can use that to upgrade our hive a little bit more. I don't know if it's available yet, but either way. Then there's events that go on. There's a starting event when you get in. So there you go, starting event, day 3. We can claim stuff. You do all this, and eventually you get some cool stuff. I think the first day you get that hero from here, I think. I don't remember if it was, yeah, I know it's your regular daily missions. You get that red fighter hero. There's also a glorious journey that's going on for 12 days. That may be different when you start playing, but you get a free hero. See, this is where you get Kraken. So that's that. And then you've got some other things like accumulated recharging. So getting more money, more stuff for your money. There's a hero class, which is basically an arena thing. Great Summoner opens in 13 hours. And then you've got Battle Rush, which basically gives you rewards by doing attacks. See, this is going to give us a bunch of crowns, which honestly is the last thing I want. I don't even want that. But yeah, we're going to get those eventually. We don't have to use them if we do not want to. Close this. And that's all the events. You do have regular daily quests. You have weekly quests. You have achievements. So there's all kinds of stuff to get gems. The summon is done with gems. You get a free common package pretty much every day. And I've been doing these. These are probably not worth it, I don't think. But it's up to you if you want to switch to those. I've just been doing these for the 120s. And I've gotten at least, probably about 10 pulls at this point for doing that. And then we've got the town, which has all your other fun stuff. Arena. I don't think I have any arena battles left, but yeah, you go in here, you can battle your friends. Just remember that your power in here, say this is your power, is based off your base attack of your heroes. So having a hero that is, level 3000 literally does nothing for you if he's 1 star in here. So just be careful with that. Always know there's a shop in there as well to buy like heroes and things. Bounty missions, you can refresh these anytime you want. And we're going to do that on this one, refresh. And this gives you those pieces that we were talking about. You enter, autofill, and then there you go. They go on a little journey. We're going to refresh this one also. Nice. That's actually what I needed. Enter, autofill, boom, and then boom, you've got your stuff going. And then in 2 or 3 hours, you get materials. And then there's also the Mountain Shrine, which gives you a skill board. You get books for leveling up your account, and then you can put them into different skills. There's all kinds of stuff in here, upgrading your crowns, upgrading your gold, upgrading your heroes, upgrading your monsters, new powers, gaining attack, gaining strength, gaining lifesteal. Like there's all kinds of stuff in here, reduce bonus damage. And those basically, like I said, you just get from leveling up your account. There's also artifacts, which are hard to come by in the beginning. You need 500 coins of each one of these in order to get them. They'll have different things like, increase the hive's level, health by 3, increase monsters gain a 2% spawn cooldown reduction, monsters reduce level up cost by 3%. It's all just random stuff that you can use to kind of make your account better. And how do you get those coins? Well, you go into the dungeon and you fight bosses. So you go into Fire Boss. We're going to go into level 3 just because 4 is annoying. And you bring your heroes in and you just kick the crap out of a boss. So this is your dungeon fighting. And each one of these bosses is different, I will say. They look the same when you're just watching this, but some of them do have different skills, and you might need to bring different heroes in order to survive. That's that one. We'll go into the Dark Dungeon. This one is the Cerberus, I think. Yeah, Cerberus. So Rangers in here are really good because they just kick the crap out of him while the tank hits him. But the problem is he runs around and will start attacking anyone at random. So you have to be careful with that. You can't bring in someone who's like really weak level and thinking they're not going to get killed in the first round. So you got to be careful with that. Then there's like a tree monster. There's a fire guy. The bubble guy is really annoying. It's like I think it's a crab, and he puts your heroes in bubbles and flies them away in the air so they can't attack. I hate that boss, but there you go. Forge. You can enhance equipment, you can enhance your stones, and you can disassemble equipment. Nothing really crazy here to look at. That's pretty much normal. Then you've got the Ancient Tower, which is a tower, but still very hard because it's based off your levels and your base levels. See, so you can't overpower this tower. You like that? You can't overpower this tower. We're doing a lot of rhyming today, and you just go in and you fight. I think this team killed us last time. Sometimes you're going to have to switch up your formation. This is going to be more of a puzzle kind of thing where you have to go in and choose the heroes that you think might work, unless you just happen to have a hero that's like disgustingly strong in 6-star, in which case, yeah, you might come in here and just win. But yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit tough. We were able to beat that one. I started figuring this out a little bit better, and you get pieces of heroes in here, so it is worth going in here, and you get some upgrades and some golds and things. So definitely do this, but just be careful. Be careful. You might get killed. All right. Yeah, the first time I went in there, I was angry at that because it was really hard. But just know that it is tough. I mean, look, we're only on floor 8, so just to kind of give you an idea. We did arena. Adventure is your normal adventure type stuff where you have the same HP throughout the whole fight, basically, and you can fight certain enemies, and you get rewards and attack pieces every time you win. We're going to use this team and then battle. Every fight, there's 3 fights per stage. Every fight rewards you with a free skill that you can use only in this tier. So you have 3 fights to use it, so just use it. Say we can use Meteor, we can strike everyone with lightning or put a tower down. We're going to do the lightning. And then you fight the second round. And here's, you see your skill is down here in the left. And then, yeah, there's healing, there's reducing cooldowns, there's all kinds of stuff. Free gold, which I love. Heal. I always take heal because it's the best one, because then you can just heal yourself at the end of the fight and make sure your characters stay good. But here, we're going to attack everybody with lightning with that skill. And then as we get closer to the last boss, we just heal right up. And now we don't have any more skills left, and we just kick the crap out of the last few enemies. And then you're good. All right, and then you get coins for the shop. See these coins, and then we get these, which you have to upgrade your heroes with later on. I haven't seen what it's for yet. And then every time you complete an entire section, you get essentially a bonus that you can use for the entire fight. So this is going to be base. We don't really want that, honestly. That's based on water. So we're just going to do magic points. We're going to heal, and then eventually you get to a boss, which just happened to work out, where you go in and you fight the boss. Boop, and you get to go to the next floor. So you do the whole thing until you get to this boss. And these bosses are pretty spicy. I mean, they do hit kind of hard. I've gotten a hero killed in here before, so yeah, they're not easy. Let's put it that way. They're not the hardest thing I've ever seen. I haven't lost to one yet, but yeah, as you can see, they're kicking the crap out of my little fire girl there. So hopefully they can kill him beforehand. Boom! So we can heal up at the next fight. And there you go. We got coins. We got all this stuff. We got some more gold, and we get a really good weapon. So every 10 seconds, whenever an enemy health drops below 8%, lightning strikes. Lower your hero's health, the more they steal life steal. Recover 10% health upon killing a big enemy. See, I don't like that because you have to kill an enemy to do it. This one, you just gain it, and this is lightning strikes. Nah, we're going to stick to the lower your health, the more they life steal. I like that. And then you could choose between hard or normal. We're going to go into normal because we don't want to go into hard. And then, boom, you start all over again. Usually there's only 2 floors, I think. Yeah, see, there's no gates here. So there's 2 floors and another boss, and then you just kick his crap. Kick the crap out of that guy. The shop basically gives you a bunch of little things, cards for the dungeons. You can get gear. You can get limited hero stuff. This resets every time, so it's always a new hero. 1,500 is not bad if you do the whole thing. That's actually easy. You get upgrade materials, and then if you want to save up 12,000, you can get 80 monster cards from there if you're interested. So that's that. Let's get out of here. And then I think that's everything. Ancient Tower, we went through this. We went through Bounty, the Mountain Shrine, the Forge, and the Dungeon. So we've showed everything there. I mean, there's a lot of content, I have to say. There's definitely a bunch of stuff in this game that's really cool. The quests are really interesting. At least, I mean, I don't know if I'd say interesting, but the quests, like, setup is good. Like, you get pretty reasonable rewards for the things that you do. It's very satisfying to build a hero up. We don't want her. We want to level her, because Dragon Queen is the bee's knees, guys. Like, she is really good. No, we don't want to do that. She's actually one of my favorite heroes, and I really wish that we got her to 3-star quickly, because I really, really want her to be leveled. And it's mainly because she speeds up her attacks, and she has a dragon that flies across the screen. You probably saw it. And she gets faster when she's standing in the dragon fire. So basically, she sits in the dragon fire from her dragon and then gets stronger. How badass is that? Like that is, and I'm sorry I said basically too much. I was noticing it and I was trying not to do it and I did it. So it's my fault. You know what? It's your fault. All right, this guy, let's level him up. We'll get everyone beat up, built up. We have one more level we can't take. Oh well. Luckily, this gives you a lot of gold from upgrading. I'm going to show you what this little camp does, even though I don't want to do this. We're going to do it anyway. Hit camp, you claim it, and then boom, watch. Right up to the next boss. See? But I'm going to do it just so you can see it. And let's level up my girl one more level because it's going to bother me. Not my girl, my little ice guy. There you go. Get in there. All right, let's see if we can beat the next boss. Let's see how hard it is. This is why I said don't do this. Oh, it's the hardest boss, of course. This guy is a jerk, and he will wreck us. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of poison that goes on in this fight, and I'm hoping we can kick the... See that my little assassin's already almost dead. Yep, he's done. Let's see if they can kick the crap out of this boss now, because I got my heavy hitters over there now. It's tough to tell because the enemies keep coming. You know what I mean? So you don't really know when you're actually doing well. We're halfway through the boss fight, and it looks like most of my heroes are okay. They look like they're doing okay. My ranger's getting an ass beat. I'm hoping those little flies catch on. There you go. Let's say catch my little dude there, man. We don't want him dead. Looks like they're doing okay here. As long as my rangers don't die. Perfect. We got a good hit on there. Done. Victory. And we got a new spell. Monsters gain 25% life duration. That's good for a tank. I would put that on my spider, to be honest. There we go. Let's see what we got. We got 5 gems. Really? That's the reward? 5 gems, you jerks. Campsite. Yeah, see, we already can probably get another fight in with a boss if we really wanted to. So yeah, I mean, that's basically Monster. Yeah, I did it again. Mother fluffer. So that is Monster, AFK Monster. It's a fun game. It's stupid. It's a nice... You know what this is? It's a good phone game. All right? It's a phone game that you can just play at the doctor's office, just enjoy. It's not a game you're going to spend hours and hours every day playing. It's just like a fun thing to do. Once in a while, you check in, you collect your resources, you collect your gold, you level up a couple of monsters, you hopefully get a free card, you maybe beat a boss, and then you go back to doing your day. So don't think that you're going to be spending your whole day on this game. Unless you're spending money, obviously, then you can probably. But yeah, really stupid fun game. And the heroes, I love the designs of the heroes. I think everything about it is good. It's just enough tower defense to not piss me off, but it's also just enough, hero builder and throw them into a battle. And it's not like I hate when when heroes are timed. Like I like that the heroes are on the field all the time, and you just pick the heroes and they go in and fight. And then the only time stuff is the monsters. They're the only ones that are on a cooldown. Everything else can do whatever it wants to do. Even the towers, they do whatever they want to do right from the beginning. And yeah, I mean, I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's been taking me away from a couple of other games, which is weird. So yeah, but luckily it doesn't take too much time. All right, so if you guys have any questions, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to discuss, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You help the channel grow. Make sure liking, sharing, subscribing, that stuff, you have no idea how important it is to the channel. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this is AFK Monster with some of the cutest little badass monsters you've ever seen. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.